This is how to use the Eclipse roller to work the serratus as well as the lat muscle. This is great for improving overhead range of motion here, as well as any packing issues that you might have in terms of pressing or pulling. So you can use either the narrow angle here or the wide angle, and there's benefits to each. And so I'm going to show you how to do that on each one, depending on the type of release that you want. But the idea here is that this open V is going to allow me to sink into it, okay, such that I get the middle strip right on the middle of the muscle, as well as these two different pressure strips working up from the sides. And as they roll, they're going to change angle, digging into the tissue from the sides. So this is a very deep release, and if you have not worked this muscle, you'll be shocked at what sort of trigger points you find in here. Now, setup is going to look like this. I'm going to start in the wide angle, okay? And that's what most of you are going to use. You're going to come down and you're going to position yourself such that that middle bump is pressing right into the middle of serratus or lats. Now, I got a few options I can do here. One, I can plant this hand and I can just go through really small rolls up and down. This is to prep the tissue. And for some of you, you might find that this is already so intense that you can't progress from here, in which case this is what you're going to work. Okay, now you can do that with your hips on the ground, or you can do it and you can lift your hips up off the ground. Now I'm increasing pressure into those trigger points as I roll up and down. Now, that's just the rolling version. I can also use this for pin and stretch. Okay, so I can find a spot, all right, I can roll out to hit these outer rims, I can roll in which case I can even target subscap or pecs, but if I just set myself straight up like this and I find that first trigger point, I can just go through active reaches overhead, working those trigger points as I go through that range of motion. I can also lift my hips up and I can combine rolling and reaching, okay? This really increases shear force on there and is a fantastic way of getting deep into that lat, deep into the serratus. I can roll forward like this, and essentially you can hunt all the way through this entire complex here, working across all of these different pressure strips to find the exact spots you need to release as you roll up and down and as you pump that arm into that overhead range of motion.